Hi everyone, it's about 5:45 in the evening on Monday. This is video number 233 and it's the closing comment for today's action, which was again a major split. The Dow, which opened down about 260, 271, I believe was the exact low, rallied all the way back to up a couple of cents on the day, and then fell back in the last little bit of trading to close down 109, or just under a 0.5%, while the NASDAQ rocketed up yet again to close up 71, which was 7.8%, and the S&P finished pretty much unchanged. The Russell was down $8, and the big loser on the day was the Dow Jones Transport, down about 98, or 1.2%. We had 2-to-1 down advanced declines on the New York Stock Exchange and 9-to-7 down on the NASDAQ, even though we were up 0.75%. The stronger areas were healthcare and info technology, and the weak sisters were financials, materials, energy, and industrials. On the financial side, Wells Fargo was the only stock today in the S&P 500 that actually made a new 52-week low. In some general news, we had Quidel, QDEL, receive FDA approval for its COVID antigen test. The stock closed 209 and change, up about $50, or 31%. NVIDIA got an upgrade from Needham with a price range from 250 up to 350. On the earnings side, things were not so great for Under Armour, which closed down 97 cents, or 9.2%, on continued issues, and blaming mostly Dick's Sporting Goods, which closed all of its stores in March, about COVID, and still haven't reopened. What was interesting today was some of the food stocks, the defensive ones, General Mills, Campbell's, and Kraft Heinz, that are noting a bit of stickiness, as they put it, due to continued stockpiling. General Mills was up about 1.7%. Campbell's was up about 1.4%, and Kraft was actually down about 0.75%, so nothing overwhelming there. AutoNation reported earnings. They were about in line, a slight beat. The stock closed $39.39, which was up $1.07, or 2.8%. And what they noted specifically was April sales seemed to be coming back a little bit better than they expected. The biggest winners on the day were clearly the IBB stocks. If your stock name ends in pharmaceuticals or therapeutics or anything that ends in an X, like Novavax, you were up pretty strongly in the IBB. Gains in the individual stocks were up anywhere from 0.1% to 14%. That 14% was LABU, which is a triple leveraged deal. Novavax, which also made some great strides in their pharmaceutical side for COVID, had closed 24.5, and that was up 577, or 30%. And they came out with the news about their deal and the stock traded as high as 38. It's currently trading around 35, but that's an additional 40% in late hours. On the commodity side, I want to touch on this because I put out a video and gave an alert on Bitcoin. It gapped down this morning pretty hard and hit 8,400. It had closed at 10,030. It recovered a bit, but still closed 87.95. And while that was 395 off the low, it was still down 1,235. The oil was up last night and then down this morning. It finished at 25.08, which was down $1.09, and gold was weak all day. Traded as low as 1692 and closed at 1698, down 15.7. The bonds were about $1 lower, and that puts them within about $1 of the bottom that I used in my notes with comments on Sunday. The chart up here is the S&P, and as you can see, we tried the upside again, and having opened down, and so we had a pretty decent day. And as you can see right here, this is the 5-day moving average. It has started back up again. So when the president spoke this afternoon about increases in testing, I'm assuming that that was to pump the market up overnight, and I'll be back first thing in the morning to give you a pre-open comment.